Right, welcome back to the channel everyone. So today I'm going to do a little test of a portable motorcycle jack. Now I've often considered when I've been out on the road on my travels that it'd be very handy to be able to raise the rear wheel. Not only in a situation where you want to lubricate and clean the chain, and remember you've got to do that more often if you're in dry and dusty conditions and doing big mileages, but also if you are in an emergency situation and you perhaps stuck on the side of the road with a puncture or you need to perform some kind of repair, how useful would it be to be able to raise the rear wheel and allow it to spin freely whilst the bike is stationary? If you've got a centre stand on your bike, then of course you can do this, but BSA doesn't come as standard with a centre stand, and a lot of bikes these days, even adventure bikes, the centre stand is an optional extra. So if you don't have one, you could be in a pinch. Sports bikes don't have them, most nakeds don't have them. So I would say the majority of motorcycles don't actually have centre stands. I wanted to share a little bit about the customer service and my experience with Kiwav. So obviously I received the item in double time, but they also sent me a little handwritten note. It says, "Hello. Thank you so much for buying from us. We hope you're happy with our product." On the left is a composite character called Double Happiness in Taiwan. "Hope it brings you and your family very good luck. Please feel free to contact us should you ever need any assistance. Best regards, Marie," with a smiley face. Let me just show you this. So I just wanted to mention that because I just think it's a really nice thing for them to do, which they didn't have to do, and it shows that not all companies are big faceless corporations that are just driven after profit. There's obviously a really nice customer service team at Kiwav. So Maria, I just wanted to say thank you very much for the note you sent. That was very kind, and with that I'll get on to having a little play with the motorcycle jack. Right, so we've arrived. Actually we're 1,000 kilometers further south than we were when I started the recording of this video, but now I'm finally going to get around to showing you how it actually works with the motorcycle jack.
Sue just zoomed off, show them how sunny it is.
Sue's got distracted because it's sunny. I've got a sore throat, house is a mess, but never mind, we're doing a video of the motorcycle jack. Right, so I've had a play with it. The BSA Goldstar isn't the most straightforward thing to do, a side lift jack, because the silencer is quite low slung and the drive chain is actually on the right hand side. So the little Kiwav has actually got a few things going up against it in the test, but what I've discovered so far is the best way to do this is to put the bike with its steering lock on and either get a little block
From the barbecue.
like this brick, or use a steering lock like this just to secure the brake lever so the front wheel can't move. Because remember, we're going to use this to raise the rear wheel. When we do that, we don't really want the bike moving, because even if we were to put the bike in gear, as soon as the rear wheel comes off, the bike's then more free to move. So you get the little jack, and I found it easiest to set the threads of each bolt about equidistant. So I might ask Sue just to come and zoom in a little bit. Set it up like that, so it's about in line with the swing arm of your motorcycle. Then bring this jack under here, and the little foot actually rotates, which is quite handy, so it can go on a variety of surfaces. The little upright tab, make sure that is visible, and then the other bit goes underneath. And I found with the Goldstar, I might have to ask Zeus to come over the top and just show that view down there. Get it in that little area there. You see where there's a notch in the swing arm? It seems to locate really well there.
I'm just going to hold it there for a moment so people can see if they're doing this themselves.
And then what you do, make sure it's about as snug as it can get. You might scrape the chain a little bit when you start turning, but that's okay for now. Start turning by hand, and then if you need to, use a screwdriver and then use that hole there just to apply some force. But you might not even need to use that lever, you might just be able to do it by hand. But it's not taking much effort at all for me to do this with a screwdriver. So what you'll start to see, in hardly any effort at all, is the rear wheel is now free to rotate, which is amazing really. And if I keep going, obviously it helps me a lot having the front wheel secured. But look,
And do you know what? How much this device costs? It costs $39. Or $41, about €39, £35. And look, I've actually got the wheel enough off the floor now. Do you want to have a little zoom in? I can rotate, and I also need to oil and lubricate the chain. I did also have another thought about the jack.
Daddy.
I think that these brackets under here could be used to secure the jack, and we could then use it to raise the front wheel. And I've actually checked
Which brackets?
the engine mount here that secures the engine to the frame, underneath there, or this here, this cross piece. So both of these are in the lifting range of the jack. So though I haven't tried it yet, it'll be possible to use this to lift the front wheel of the BSA Goldstar, not all bikes. But I will say, the jack weighs 550 grams, so it's not going to take much space in your luggage. It's, how long is it? I think it's 28 centimeters in its retracted length. And it's just a brilliant little thing. So, I've got a tip for you though. If you come here, Suze, when you want to lower the jack on the BSA, don't just start rotating it. Make sure you just secure it with your hand there so that it stays in the little notch of the swing arm, and then start the bike coming down. See the rear wheel starting to lower. Don't even need the screwdriver here. And hey presto, bike's back on two wheels. And one thing I will say, see the little cradle there that supports the swing arm? You see it's actually slightly offset. It's slightly at an angle, and that's to counter the fact that the swing arm slopes downwards from the pivot there to the rear spindle. So actually quite a well designed little thing. If you look at the welds here, they look quite substantial, doesn't look anything's too wrong. And it's quite a nice little thing. It's powder coated, so it shouldn't rust that easily. And the other thing I missed is you've got this little nut here, which if you want to secure it, I didn't do that, but if you do want to secure it when it's in its upright position, then you can use that just to stop it moving or undoing. Anything to add, Suze?
No, I think it's amazing. Like, yeah.
I think
Really handy thing to have.
it's really handy. BSA aren't supplying a centre stand. Hitchcocks aren't doing a centre stand because of the ABS pumps under there. There is a centre stand that somebody's made, but apparently is charging £500 for it, which is a tenth of the bike's value if you buy nearly new. So it's just kind of ridiculous. So I thought, having sent this from Kiwav, thank you very much for sending it to me. I like it. I'll be taking it on tours with me, and I appreciate the support of Marie and the company. And with that, I think we'll end the video. Thank you very much.